Palak Vadadia from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will discuss a subject that is network theory, and in network theory we will discuss a topic that is a cut-set matrix and a orthogonal relation between matrix. Orthogonal relation, that means a relation between matrix A and matrix B. What is A? That is incidence matrix. What is B? That is a tie-set matrix. So let's start our today's session. So first of all, we will discuss the fundamental cut-set matrix. A fundamental cut set or F cut set is a minimum number of branches that are removed from the graph such a way that the original graph is to isolate it in a two subgraph. So here we have to make some arc. By doing this arc, we are going to divide a graph in a two part. And that two graph is what? It's an isolated subgraph. Now, the F cut set contains only one twig, but one or more link. What is twig? The branch of the trees. And what is link? That is branch of the core tree. If you remember, then in our tie-set matrix, we can say that it contains only one link, but more than one twig. Here it is completely reverse. That means here we have a one twig, but one or more link. Then, so the number of F cut set will be equal to the number of twigs. And the fundamental cut set matrix is represented by the letter Q. If you remember, then in a tie set matrix, we can say that the number of tie set, that is number of link. Here, it's reverse. That is number of cut set, that equal to the number of twigs. And in a tie set matrix, we will use the notation capital B. Here we will use the notation that is capital Q. Now, see, we will discuss one example, that is obtain the fundamental cut set matrix for the circuit given in figure. Okay, this diagram is given to you. Now, based on this diagram, what is the first step? The first step is to prepare a graph from the circuit. How we can prepare the graph? Then we will use the same thing, that is, if any resistor, inductor, capacitor or voltage source are there, then we can replace that with the blank segment or short circuit. Or yes, if any current source are there, then we can replace that with the open circuit. Now here, in this graph, see, as such there is no current source. All the lines, all the elements that can be replaced by the line segment. So how we can draw the graph? Identify how many nodes are present. In total, 4 nodes are present. So here we will take a 4 different nodes, and one by one we will see the branch. If any resistor is there, replace that with the line segment. If here in a one branch we have the combination of resistor as well as voltage source. But we know that both the element can be replaced by what? Line segment. So just replace that with the line segment. So this is my complete graph, okay, of this circuit diagram. Here I just take a random value of branch number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It may happen your branch number is different than my branch number. That is alright. If branch number is given in the question, then we have to take the same branch number. But here it is not given in the question. So we can take whatever we want. Then if you want to take A, B, C, D, E, F, then after it is alright. And see, any direction is given to you? Then no. So you can take any random direction. Okay, as I explained you in an incidence matrix, no need to apply the logic like the current is flowing from negative to positive. Now this current is dividing between these two branches and like that. No need to apply such kind of the logic. Just you take the random direction. It may happen your direction is completely opposite than my direction, or some of the direction are same, some of the direction are reverse. That is all right, no problem. as such there is no logic how to write or how to take the direction. It is completely up to you. Now, what we will do, as in the definition they say, number of app cursor that equal to the number of twigs, and twigs is what? It's the branch of the tree. So, the very first step is what? We have to prepare a tree from this graph. Okay, and what is the definition of tree? It's a connected subgraph which contains all the nodes but does not contain any node. Okay, it's a connected subgraph which contains all the nodes but does not contain any node. So, see, this is a tree. That tree is formed by branch number 2, 3 and 4. See, at least you have a one path to reach each and every one. Okay, and as you see, there is no closed loop. Now, this is not only a one combination. There are many combinations. If someone says, I want to take a tree that is formed by branch number 1, 3 and 5, then yes, you can. If someone says, I want to take a tree that is formed by the branch number 1, 2 and 6, yes, you can. And if you remember, then in our incidence matrix session, we also derived or we also find the possible number of trees for this particular graph. And that is what, if you remember, then our answer is 16. So 16 possibilities are there. So you can take any one, okay, out of that 16. Now what we will do? One by one, okay, or by one you just place this branches, 4 tree branches, remaining branches. 4 tree, that is what? It's a complement of tree. So what I just put all the 4 tree, or we can say link. Now you just give the number and direction. Now as the definition says, we have to make a one arc. That arc is that cut only one tree, but more than one link is allowed. That means you have to do an arc such a way that it will cut only a one solid line. Solid line is why solid line? Because it's a tree. Okay, more than one dotted line is allowed because it's a tree. So, how many cut set is possible? That is depend upon the number of twigs. In my case, I have a 3 twigs. So 3 possibilities or 3 cut set are there. Cut set number 2, because first of all I am going to cut the branch number 2. Then cut set number 3, because we are going to cut the branches number 3. Then cut set number 4, because then we will cut the branch number 4. Now if I cut the branch number 2, okay, that is known as a cut set 2, then this is the possibility C. Okay, if I cut from the another end, then what will happen? It will cut 2, 3 and 4. That is not possible. Why? Because in a cut set, it contains only one solid line. Now, the direction of the cut set is what? It's the same as the solid line direction. Okay? The direction of the cut is same as the solid line direction. Now, in a cut, how many branches are cut? 1, 2 and 6. See, what we can say, the radius of this arc is not fixed. If you want to take small, it is alright. If you want to take it big, that is okay. So here, cut set 2, the branches are 1, 2 and 6. And we know very well, see what we require to form a matrix, rows and columns. And first of all, what we will do? We will write the tree branches and then 4 tree branches, that is length. My tree branches are what? 2, 3, 4 and please write it in order. 2, 3, don't write 2, 3, 2 like that. 3, 2, 4. So it's a 2, 3, 4. And the remaining branches are what? 1, 5, 6. That is also right in order. 1, 5, 6. Then it's a cut set 2. Now, if the direction is the same, you just make it +1. If the direction is reverse, then -1. And if that branch is not there in a cut, then it's a 0. See here, 2 direction, it's the same as the cut direction, +1. Then 1 direction is different, so it's a -1. And the 6 is same, so it's a +1. Remaining are 0. Now make another cut for the cut set 3. Branches are 1, 3, 5, and this is known as the cut set 3. The 3 direction and the cut direction is same, so it's a plus 1. 1 and cut direction is different, minus 1. And 5, that is also what? Same, so it's a plus 1. Remember one thing, that is direction of the cut is the same as the direction of the solid line. Now the last cut like this, 4. Okay. So now here what we will consider, this is cut set number 4 and the direction branches are 4, 5 and 6. Now say the direction of the 4 and cut is same, so it's a plus 1. Then 6 is same, so it's a plus 1. 5 is different, so it's a minus 1. And remaining are what? This is 0. Now, like in a dissect matrix, see, in every matrix there is a one trick to verify answer. In incidence matrix, you just check the column summation. If that equal to 0, your answer is correct. In a tie-set matrix, a matrix that is formed by the links, that is always unit matrix. Okay. Now in a cut set matrix, you just see the matrix that is formed by the twigs. Twigs are what? 2, 3, 4. Check the branch number 2, 3, 4. That is what? It's a unique matrix. Okay. That is always, if you take any other tree, then after this matrix is a unique matrix. So this way you can verify your answer. Now next topic is orthogonal relation between a matrix. So first we will see the relation between a cut set and tie-set matrix. That is Q into B of transpose that equal to 0 or B into Q of transpose that equal to 0. The second is what? A B transpose that equal to 0 and B A of transpose that equal to 0. Now, see how we can derive the relation between a matrix A and matrix B. So for that we will use the orthogonal relation. And if you want to check the orthogonal relation, then you just take a one circuit diagram, prepare a graph, find the cut set and tie set matrix and do U into B of transpose and see the multiplication. Your answer is always 0. Okay? So here the matrix A and B. If we want to find out the relation, then we will use the orthogonal relation between matrix A and B. That is A into B of transpose that equal to 0. Now A is what? It's a AT and AL. Any matrix that is formed with the twigs and link. Now matrix B is also what? It's a BT and BL. Okay, matrix B is also what? It's a BT and BL. And we know that in a tie-set matrix, our BL matrix is what? It's always unique matrix. If we say cut-set matrix, then always QT. Our twig matrix is a unique matrix. Now, you just put this thing in this relation here, AT and transpose. That's why BT of transpose and then U of transpose. Now, you just multiply this. So, what you get? Before that, U of transpose that equal to what? It's a unique matrix. Now, if we multiply, then we will get AT, BT of transpose plus AL that equal to 0. Now, see, if you see matrix B that equal to BT and U. If I write something BT that equal to in form of A, then here I'll get the relation between matrix B and matrix A. So my aim is to find out the value of BT in terms of A. So in this equation, my subject will be what? BT. So that means AT into BT of transpose that equal to minus A. Now, you just multiply both the sides with AT inverse. So here, left hand side is only BT of transpose and right hand side will be what? Minus AL, AT inverse. Now, I want only the value of BT. So both the sides take the transpose. Okay? So if we take the transpose, then BT that equal to minus AL, AT inverse, then transpose. And see, you just substitute this value in this. So what you will get? B that equal to minus ATAL inverse transpose and then. So here you can see that we have written the matrix B in terms of matrix A. Similarly, you can find the relation between matrix A and Q, B and Q using the orthogonal relation. Okay, so this is all about the network topology and this is all about the today's session. So I hope this session is clear. Okay, thank you.